Hey lady, welcome back to Emotional Mastery for Motherhood, and today I'll be explaining the importance of me time. So what is me time to you? When it comes to me time can often be confused for self-care, but self-care and me time are different things. But for some people, they can overlap, right? So for me, my self-care lies in going to get massaged, going to the nail salon, shopping, yeah, but less of shopping for fabric and clothes and more for shopping for home goods. That's more my type of shopping. But either way, any type of shopping is self-care. What else is self-care? When it comes to bath time, that is self-care for me, and many other things, right? But when I say me time, what is the time? Where are the spaces that you can go that are meant for you, where you can think and where you can feel, and when you can reflect and where you can recognize what is going on, what is going on inside of your heart container, what is it sending to all the other parts of your body? For me, this happens when I'm in isolation. And isolation is very different for some people. I cannot isolate in the nail salon. I don't care how noisy or how quiet it is in the nail salon. I will never isolate in the nail salon. I cannot isolate while I'm outside. I can't isolate while I'm shopping. Personally, I don't meditate. Do I have do I have a way of being grounded and connecting with my creator? Yes, that is through prayer, but I do not meditate. Outside of prayer, I do not meditate. Outside of Salah, I do not meditate. So I can't isolate outside in the streets. No way, whether I'm shopping, whether I'm in the mall, wherever I am, I'm not gonna isolate outside. Instead, my sense of isolation is within quietness. I was born and raised in New York City. This city, as you all know it, as many other cities, very noisy. As I'm getting older, I'm becoming sensitive to noise. And quite frankly, New York City is just not the way it used to be. The noise isn't as worth it. So I find myself unable to have my me time wherever it's noisy. Also, me time cannot happen for me if I'm being overextended or if my nervous system is not neutralized because there's a crisis going on. So when I'm in crisis mode, there's no time for me time. My mind is shut off. My heart is working very much slower. My emotions are not being sent. There's no time for none of that because all I understand is there's a crisis and that is the priority. So everything else takes more of a backseat. My nurturing kicks up, and so the other things kind of like have to take a backseat. So I've noticed within myself that my me time happens in complete quietness. I do not have thoughts in the shower. Thoughts do not come to me in the shower. My me time happens when I'm extremely in quietness and when my nervous system isn't being stretched and when there isn't a crisis going on actively, because there's always crises going on. Right now I have somebody in the hospital who later I'll go see, but because I've come to terms with what's going on, my nervous system isn't spiked out of range, so I'm still able to reflect and recognize and process. So I say all this to say, where is it in your life where you're able to reflect, recognize, and understand? Because when you identify these areas or this area, it might be the library, it might be shower time, it might be shopping, it may be the nail salon for you. If you're not a woman who goes to the nail salon, it might be the hair salon. It might be while you're washing dishes. It might be right before you're getting ready to sink into a slumber. It might be when you wake up. When is it that you're able to recognize, identify, and reflect on what is going on inside of your heart And what are those emotions making you feel, and how are they making you act? How are they influencing your behavior, and how are you feeling about yourself? How is it influencing your sense of trust within yourself? And how closer or unclose are you to your dream of attaining motherhood? So I want you to ask yourself, what and where is your real me time? Again, my me time is within isolation, in complete quietness. But it may be different from you. I know some people who have their me time in noise. They're able to disassociate from what's going on with the noise and get inside of themselves. I cannot. So identify what is your me time, and I'd love to understand. So drop your comments below. What's your me time? Is it when you're in the shower? Is it when you're washing dishes? Whatever it is, I'd love to know. I'm Grace. Welcome to Emotional Mastery for Motherhood. I'm the founder of Safe Mommy, Safe Baby, and I specialize in working with women who have experienced and endured family sexual abuse or incest, so that they can feel confident enough to trust themselves and become the mothers that they've always wanted to be.